All right, what's going on, guys? So, given that the statute of limitations is kind of up here, I'm not gonna see this girl again, and the girl I'm referring to is the one in the last video, the foot lady, the foot fairy, if you will. So, I figured I'd kind of get into it. I mean, uh, yeah, quite an interesting story. Uh, you know, I probably should have seen seen the red flag sooner, but I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you just gotta stay for the entertainment factor, right, fellas? So as you know, for the last date and in the last video, I talked about how she was like we were making out and kissing a bit, and she was trying to like get her feet in my groin area, which is a little funny. I mean, if I really liked the girl, I wouldn't care if she liked feet. I mean, I don't care like if people like feet, right? Everyone's unique in that way. Like, I mean, there's some fucking creeps out there though. But anyways, sorry about that. Gotta stay focused. Anyways, for our next date, she wanted to go see the sunrise on this one hike. However, this hike was an hour north from me, and she lives an hour south from me. So I would have to wake up at like 2 in the morning, drive an hour to see her, then drive 2 hours up to the hike. So, me being the smart guy I am, I say, hey, why don't you just spend the night and we can wake up at the crack of dawn and go see the sunset together? You know, a respectable okay response would have been, no, that's okay. I'm not comfortable staying alone in a man's apartment with him. Or, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. You're a pretty clever guy, which, hey, I am, guys. I'm not going to lie. Enough of me jerking myself off there. But the text that I got was just a paragraph of her saying that I'm not gonna use her for sex, and that if I'm just looking for sex to go find another hoe, and it's like, whoa, where's this hostility coming from? And I told her, I'm like, hey, babe, I'm not just a piece of meat. Uh, I thought we were more than that. Come on now. And of course, like she was upset for a week, whatever. Anyways, the next date comes along. I recommend we go salsa dancing. Like that's a fun date, right? Like you're doing something, trying something new together, so you can be vulnerable around each other, right? She agrees until the morning of, when she says she's like sick or God knows what, and can't go. I'd say, hey, that's fine. Get well soon. And the response I got was like, I guess the disappointed emoji, like the one where it's like the sideways looking frown, or yeah, the disappointed one, I guess. And I said, what's that supposed to mean? Again, paragraph response, basically saying like, I wish you would have tried harder when I said I was sick, and really meant like you wanted to see me, or act like you wanted to see me, which is like total bullshit. After she said that, I think I lost like 60% of the attraction. It just went poof. But, sometimes you gotta see it through, fellas. And sometimes the shit's fucking mad entertaining, like this is. So, after that, I was gonna be in Boston anyways. So I go see her, right? And after that, she goes back to her home country, which is, don't want to incriminate her, but somewhere in Central Asia, right? And as she's coming back, this is a month later, as she's coming back from Central Asia to the States, I text her. I say, hey, let me know when you land safe. All right. She lands in the layover in New York and said, I landed in New York safely. I'll be in Boston soon. Just soon. This is important. She didn't say a time frame, not a date or anything. She just said soon. All right, guys. I said, hey, that's awesome. Again, let me know when you landed safely. I wake up the next morning to a bunch of texts from her, crack it on in the morning, saying, like, why didn't you even think of me, like, to offer picking me up? So I text her, naturally. I'm like, what time are you landing? And she goes, no, that's okay. You didn't care enough to ask before, which is like, whatever. Why are you acting this way? You could have just told me you wanted a ride or needed a ride, and I would have given you one. And so that happens. And then the next weekend, I have to go back to Boston again to get my suit tailored for my cousin's wedding, because you got to look nice for your cousin, and then this is like my first wedding as a adult that I'm going to. So I got you got to keep the standards and present yourself well with a nice suit. Anyways, I text her. I'm like, hey, I'm in Boston. Let's grab lunch and dinner or do something fun together. And the response I got back was, okay, but you'll have to pay me because I'm a material girl. Keep in mind, again, fellas, this chick's like fucking 30, which isn't a bad thing, but it's like maybe there's a reason she's single in this age, right? She's just acting this way. And I said, you know what? I kind of wanted a real girl, not a hooker. And she just said, oh, that's how Slavic girls act. That's how Central Asian girls act. Like, you just have to treat a girl right if you want a good girl like me. Fine, whatever. Didn't end up hanging out with her that day for obvious reasons that I just mentioned. But, a couple days later, I hit her with a good morning text. Couple days in a row. And she says good morning back, and I jokingly ask, hey, do you ever dream of me? And she goes, no, I only dream of men, or you only dream of people that you care about and that you're like attracted to emotionally. And it's like, whoa, I'm catching these strays out of the blue. But, me being like a crafty little asshole, I send a little voice note back, and it's like, hey, we're both adults here. You don't have to lie to yourself. You can just be honest. I know you dream about me like kissing and sucking your toes and stuff. The response I got, it was like a half pager about, and I quote, okay, you can stop texting me because we're not on that level yet. And then I checked, I got blocked on everything, guys. Like, come on. But I mean, I'm not gonna lie, fellas, it was a very entertaining journey. Uh, did I go into that like with the intention of having a long-term relationship with the girl? Probably not. But was it fun, like for an entertainment sake value? Probably. And now I kind of have that understanding of what goes through a Slavic girl's mind in case I ever go to like Russia or God forbid Turkey or somewhere. I don't know why Turkey caught that stray, but yeah. Also, shout out to my boy Noah for recommending a mic. The videos are gonna sound a bit crispier now, and hopefully they should come out twice a week or every week. I'll try and get on that. Work's been a little bit busy lately, but yeah, let's go. On to the next. Thank you.